Hey guys, it's Tina from Hangry by Nature. We recently did a spectacular road trip from Melbourne to Sydney via the coastal route. And we're going to run through the best places to stop on your road trip from Melbourne to Sydney in two parts. The first part is going to cover Victoria and the second part is going to cover New South Wales. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Okay, let's get into it! First stop was a small township of Bairnsdale located in East Gippsland where we stayed for 2 nights. It's the perfect base for exploring Gippsland lakes, Mitchell River and the surrounding forests. Plus, in winter, if you're looking at making a side trip to the Alpine region, Bairnsdale provides easy access to Omeo, Dinner Plain and Mount Hotham. We have to show you guys where we stayed in Bairnsdale. It was our first holiday park experience and I gotta say, I'm hooked. So if you and your fam haven't yet stayed at a holiday park, get onto it. We stayed in NRMA Bairnsdale in one of their cabins which came with all the amenities you could possibly need. The cabin had a fully equipped kitchen with a stove, oven, everything you need, all your cooking utensils and pots. And the bathroom even came with shampoos, lotions and a conditioner. So you kind of didn't really need to pack any toiletries of that sort. There's 2 bedrooms in the cabin, 1 room which comes with 4 bunk beds. So if you got a big family, you're covered. And the master bedroom comes with a large double bed and a little terrace with chairs and tables. NRMA Bairnsdale even has a swimming pool, so if you're visiting in the warmer months, it's the perfect place to go and cool down. Make sure you take a walk down the river, it's a really nice and scenic walk. But guys, seriously, the best part of staying inside a holiday park is meeting other like-minded families or traveling families. Our kids never got bored. As soon as they walked out the door, they would always find other kids to play with. With a mix of powered sites and unpowered sites for campers and caravanners, as well as cabins, these holiday parks are ideal for all types of holiday goers, not just for the RVing or caravanning families, which is what I originally thought, to be honest. NRMA Bairnsdale is only a short 20-minute drive to Painesville or a half-an-hour drive to Lakes Entrance. So it's really perfectly situated to get yourself around Gippsland. To see more reviews and prices, make sure you check out the link in the description below. From Bairnsdale, we explored a bit of Painesville and more of Raymond Island, famously known for its free roaming koalas, which you can pretty much see as soon as you get onto the island, as soon as you look up into a tree. Oh, hey koala. Hey. From Painesville, you can catch a free ferry over to Raymond Island. It's free if you're going as a pedestrian, but if you're taking your car over, that's going to incur about a $12 fee each way. It's literally only a 2-minute ferry ride. So when you get off the ferry, you literally just follow the arrows and the koala faces. Apparently that'll take you to the koalas. So let's go hunt some. Not hunt, spot. We don't hunt. Spot some koalas in the trees. I'm telling you guys, at first we thought, nah, we ain't seen any, I don't know what you guys are on about, but as soon as you get right in there and you keep looking up, you're gonna see koalas everywhere. I mean, I even climbed into a tree and pretended I was a koala to see if any visitors would notice a difference. I don't know if they did. I don't know. Painesville is famously known as the boating capital of Gippsland. In summer, it's a hot spot for windsurfers, jet skiers and water skiers. The walk around the lakefront is also really scenic and my kids had a ball feeding the ducks and swans. They could have spent the whole day there just doing that. By all means though, the town of Bairnsdale isn't big, but the one thing you do have to go see there is St. Mary's Church. The murals and the architecture inside is absolutely stunning. And if you're visiting Bairnsdale with kids, be sure to check out the East Gippsland All Abilities Playground. It was literally across the road from NRMA Holiday Park. So we pretty much took our kids there every day. It's a huge outdoor playground suited for toddlers and even older children. Plus, there is a pretty cool skate park right next door. So there's something for everyone at that playground. After our 2-day stay in Bairnsdale, we moved 30 minutes east, further into Gippsland, to a place called Nungurner. Ah, Nungurner, you're so beautiful. I loved it there, I loved it, I didn't want to leave. Now, most people choose to stay in Lakes Entrance when they visit Gippsland, but Nungurner is perfectly sandwiched between all the attractions of Lakes Entrance, as well as the picturesque village of Meetung to the left. Meetung is basically what you'll see in Instagram photos or postcards. It is an Instagram-worthy village. It's also the starting point of popular cruises where you get taken out to see the dolphins around the lakes. Or you can also hire your own yacht or houseboat. The only place you need to stay at in Nungurner is the Folly. Gee whiz, where do I even start? The architecture. Let's start with the architecture. This is basically someone's dream house. Except I think when you get there, you'll find that it's pretty much everyone's dream house. The lovely owners of the Folly, I kid you not, built this entire home with their own loving hands over an 18-month period. How incredible is that? I can't even build a Lego house in 18 months. If you've ever heard of the term off-grid living, well, this is basically what the Folly represents. It's a sustainable form of living where the house is basically self-sufficient, meaning it doesn't rely on power companies to provide electricity, nor does it rely on water providers to provide, well, water. It collects all the rainwater and turns it into consumable and usable water. Pretty amazing, huh? I was pretty much ready to convert to off-grid living after staying at the Folly. I just haven't figured out how yet. The open bedroom upstairs has 4 beds, which is the perfect play and rest space if you have, well, kids. There's also a master bedroom downstairs with a king-size bed, as well as a modern, awesome bathroom with a walk-in shower. Not to mention 3 hectares of land that surrounds the house for your kids and even pets to run wild in. But seriously though, I mean, I feel like I haven't even gotten to the best part yet, because the absolute best part was throwing sausages and lamb on the barbie outside underneath the stars. Well, first off, watching the sunset and then eating under the stars. Just, I don't think there's much else that compares to that kind of experience in the world. To see reviews and prices of the Folly, check out the link in the description below. The one place you have to pop by on a visit to Gippsland is Lakes Entrance. Boasting Australia's largest network of inland waterways, it's the one place adventurous families flock to in the summer to explore the great outdoors. Whether it's camping, kayaking, wakeboarding or boating, it's all possible right here in Lakes Entrance. Stroll along the scenic walk by the river and cross the Pakenham Bridge over to Lakes Entrance Beach, part of the 90-mile beach. That was a lot of beaches. It's a beautiful and wide beach, great for kids to play and frolic on. You just have to watch your kids near the water as the waves are really strong. The town itself offers many food options, from fast food chains to modern cafes and of course, fish and chips. There's also supermarkets like Woolworths and Aldi. So it's really the perfect holiday place for families. The famous Buchan Caves is also a must visit when you're in Gippsland. Unfortunately, we didn't have the time this time around, but it is on our list when we return next time. And we will return. These caves are filled with incredible limestone formations that date back 400 million years. Tours are mandatory and entry for an adult costs $22.80. The last thing you need to see when you're on your way out of Gippsland and heading towards New South Wales is the Historic Trestle Bridge, a magnificent rail bridge that's over 100 years old. Obviously not in operation anymore, as it would pretty much collapse as soon as a fly lands on it. It's super impressive and definitely worth a visit if you're driving past. It's only about 20 minutes outside of Lake's entrance. Before we end this video, I do want to run through some Gippsland must-knows and travel tips. Now bear in mind, Gippsland is huge. Some people, e.g. myself, think that Lake's entrance is Gippsland. Oh, you're in for a treat. The region covers an area of over 40,000 square kilometers. 40,000. And it stretches all the way to the border of New South Wales. Driving from one end to the other end takes around 4 to 5 hours. That is how big it is. It gets super busy over the summer holiday period, which is usually December to January. So be sure to book your accommodation well in advance to avoid disappointment. The far east of Gippsland, where Malakuta and that area is pretty much where the coastal drive begins. It's a much longer route than the inland route via Albury, but it is so much more scenic and you get to see some of Australia's best coastlines and beaches. So it definitely is worth the extra few hours drive. And that concludes part 1 of our Melbourne to Sydney coastal route drive. For part 2, make sure you stay tuned for the next video, which will cover some of the best places to stop in New South Wales, including the most breathtaking white sand beach in the world. If you like this video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for more travel videos or family-friendly travel guides like this one. And hit that like button if you found this useful or informative. That's the best way to support our channel and what we do. But before we end this, I would like to know which Melbourne to Sydney or Sydney to Melbourne route you prefer to take. Do you prefer the 8-hour express inland way, or would you prefer doing the coastal route, which takes probably around 14-15 hours? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, we'll see you guys in part 2. Peace out.
Angry, hungry, yes I'm hangry.